everybody. So I'm going to start off the night playing one of the many talents I've learned from Van Meter, the recorder. Thank you. All right. Hey, is that on? Mark Twain once said, "When I was a boy of 14, my father was so ignorant I could hardly stand to have the old man around. But when I got to be 21, I was astonished by how much the old man had learned in 7 years." Hi, I'm a 16-year-old junior at Los Gatos High School. Mark Twain and I both seem to have late blooming fathers, as my father too has learned a lot over the course of my childhood. My father's education, fascinatingly, started around the same time as mine, about 10 years ago when I enrolled in Miss Regani's first grade classroom at Van Meter. My family and I had just moved to Los Gatos from Florida, and we didn't really know anybody in town. I was extremely scared the first day of class. But luckily for me, those fears were completely unwarranted, and Van Meter ended up being an outstanding introduction to our beautiful town of Los Gatos. My dad tells me that my family's introduction to Los Gatos happened the first day of class, when he was called into school because I was picking on my friend named Wolfie. Ironically, Wolfie is now a good friend of mine and is about 6'4" and starts on Bellarmine's varsity football team. So I'm not really sure what I could have possibly been doing to the kid. Anyways, my dad was pretty annoyed that I was already in trouble after one day. He, Mrs. Adonna, and Wolfie's dad all had a meeting, and apparently Mr. Raybach, who by the way is 6'8" and the biggest realtor in town, was impressed that someone was messing with his kid and invited my dad to dinner with a bunch of other guys. Those guys turned out to be the fathers of some of my closest friends to this day. I probably would not be as close with my buddies today if it weren't for that little incident. Countless other incidents like that happened throughout my years at Van Meter, and although they seemed scary at the time, those incidents ended up shaping my life in a positive way. That is the beauty of Van Meter Elementary School. It seems to find the positive in every single boundary that adolescence has to offer. I feel very comfortable saying that Van Meter was instrumental in building many of my important relationships in life today. Not only did Van Meter foster great growth of friendships, it also provided an outstanding educational foundation for me. My teachers, Mrs. Regani, Miss Edgman, Miss Rader, Miss Sechrist, and Miss St. Dennis, truly supported me as much as they could. They truly supported me as much as I could as I learned the 3 R's: reading, writing, and arithmetic. Van Meter provided the foundation for all the stuff that I'm learning about in school today. I don't think I would be able to write an in-class rhetorical analysis paper in English without Miss Rader's lessons in writing. Are we able to solve for the minimum coefficient of static friction that allows a car to make a turn at 50 miles per hour in physics class without Miss St. Dennis's lessons in multiplication tables? All of those who worked at Van Meter during my time there have helped make my life a little bit easier over the years. I've been able to succeed athletically and academically, all because of the great, caring people at Van Meter. I have always had a passion for sports, but not always had a passion for learning. Although I was reluctant to do my homework, my teachers at Van Meter would always push me to work hard and have no missing assignments. Their passion for making sure every kid succeeds has made me a harder worker over the years. Today, I love school and everything my classmates and I get to learn about. My favorite classes this year are physics and computer science. These classes require a lot of work, but the feeling of succeeding in difficult endeavors makes all the time worth it. My knack for persistence and hard work started in the classroom and has definitely spilled over onto the baseball and football fields. In competitive sports, I've realized that every game is won before the teams even step onto the field. Staying after practice and throwing to receivers or taking extra swings in the batting cages is what makes an athlete successful, not their stats from the previous season. What separates the winners from the losers is hard work. I truly believe that anybody can be as good as they want to be at anything, as long as they want it enough. I believe this because of the values that my parents and the teachers at Van Meter have instilled in me. In 2 years, I hope to be playing baseball and studying computer science in college, and I've been working very hard to make that dream a reality, both in the classroom and on the ball field. My overarching goal of being a Division I baseball player leads me to set smaller goals for myself. For example, my academic goal for this semester is to get straight A's, and my athletic goal is to win a CCS championship for Los Gatos. I think it's these goals that make life so exciting. I try to do something every day that takes me closer to reaching my dreams because it is fulfilling and lets me go to sleep happy. I don't know what my future has in store for me, but I know I'll be fine as long as I keep learning and moving forward. Reflecting back on my life so far, I would not change anything. I have had plenty of good times, and I believe the bad times have made me a better person with the help of my loving, supporting parents and all my teachers. Van Meter had its ups and downs, but in the end, I wouldn't want to be anything other than a Bulldog.
One more round of applause for Bigge.